The bike's wheelie a lot, so I think it's going to help a lot there.
We
See
can
the rear, yeah, spinning.
Yeah, there's a lot of wheel spin there, wasn't there? As Alex Marquez clicked up to 5th and 6th gear, so a bit of aquaplaning there down the start-finish straight. That's Giacomo Guidotti, Taki Nakagami's crew chief.
The brother of the now KTM team manager.
Yeah, Francesco Guidotti, yeah, they look very, very similar, don't they, those two? It's pretty easy to spot that they're siblings.
Something I should throw in, I saw Jack a while back when he came in after a run, not happy and clearly saying the bike was unstable, looked like on the throttle, the back, the rear end pumping, and so that, I mean, it'd be some setup thing, whether it's electronics or you know, like, excuse me, something set up wise to make the rear pump, you know, like I'm not sure if you saw people out there, the tech talk that was released today will help. I purely did it to help understand and enjoy more the reports that I give from pit lane about bike setup, you know.
Well, you just plugged it, and we'll give it another plug right now. Yeah, Simon Crayfar's hugely popular and hugely interesting tech talks. The latest one is available, of course, on MotoGP.com and across all of our social media platforms. So yeah, tune in and listen to another fascinating insight from my colleague.
It's purely to understand when I say, you know, the swing arm pivot or ride height or the steering head, what those things are, you know, and what changes they make.
Just trying to decipher exactly the impact of the heaviest of the rain has had on this second session so far. Just a quick glance down the timing screens as the riders come over. It looks like at the moment that the pace is around low 154s as a yellow flag is out in the first sector. So the fastest riders, Johan Zarco, actually, his was a name that caught my attention. He just did a 154.242, which is around 2.5 seconds away from the best pace. So Zarco's gone down at turn 2. So he's the second of the Ducati GP22s to go down this afternoon after Pecco Bagnaia's early spill at turn 3.
That's fast. That is fast. Between turn 1 and 2, you're at least third gear, leaned over very fast. That's possibly aquaplane here or touch the paint. This will be fast if it's turn 2. Look.
Yeah, let's find out. So, was that on the paint on the inside maybe, or was it just maybe a little bit of standing water?
Yeah, puddle.
Certainly nothing he could do. The rear just kicked out from underneath him, didn't it? And there you go.
Yeah, most likely like as a puddle, and it just lets go. It literally is like ice, you know. Some people, you would have felt it in your car on the motorway when you hit deep water and you just lose total grip, you lose control basically.
You can just see him there picking up his arms, making sure that there's no friction, or making sure that he's, just in case he does start barrel rolling through, he's protecting the wrists and the shoulders in particular.
Dovi's going well as well, third position.
Yeah, good to see, because it's not been the easiest of returns for Andrea Dovizioso, so particularly on that Yamaha in the dry conditions. Let's be honest, he's not the only one on the Yamaha that's struggling right now. Fabio Quartararo rode his absolute heart out. He wrung the neck of that M1 in Kota, quite a brilliant ride for 7th place.
Yeah, in case you're wondering what's flapping around on the front of Brad Binder's bike there, it is just the tape that they put on the radiator because it's so cold out there. These bikes don't run thermostat. They put strips of tape to cover part of the radiator so the engine doesn't get too cold. Obviously the deep water is spraying that tape right off, so the engine will be running cold. Well,
the tail of the tape so far in FP2 is it looks like it will be Pol Espargaro will complete a pretty good day in the rain conditions here in Portimao for Repsol Honda. Marc Marquez, it looks like, as these conditions are not going to improve, of course, with just 10 seconds of the session remaining, it will be that leads on opening day here in the Algarve with a 156.66. Pol Espargaro's best of the session, a 157.07.
Matt, let's pick up on the Dovi. I've got some insights there that I'm not afraid to put out there. Let's pick it up in FP4 tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll have another natter about Dovizioso, because it's been a good afternoon session for the vastly experienced Italian. It looks like he'll end FP2 in 3rd place as we pick up Jack Miller battling back after his tumble at turn 8 in this morning session. There is the checkered flag then to bring an end to a very, very wet FP2 here for MotoGP in Portimao. The rain has progressively worsened throughout the latter stages of this session. It's certainly showing no signs of abating at the moment for the upcoming Moto2 session. In fact, the Moto2 riders this morning bore the brunt of some pretty torrential rain as well. If you join our colleagues Matt Dunn Neil Morrison and Amy Reynolds, it was torrential rain which was battering this Algarve International Circuit for Moto2 this morning. We haven't mentioned too much, apart from a little early session discussion about this man, our World Championship leader, of course, Enea Bastianini. In this standalone session, trying to pick Enea Bastianini out, and I can't actually find him on the... Where is he? Down
14.
Yeah, there he is, in 14th place. Yeah, just picked him out, 14th with a best of 1, 52.582. That's just under a couple of seconds back of Pol Espargaro. The good news is, of course, it does look like the last of the rain disruption will come tomorrow. All the weather forecasts that I think we've all been keeping a very beady eye on suggest that Sunday will be quite pleasant, just as we expected when we come to this Algarve coast. Look at that, though.
And there's a chance of the guys going into the race with no setup knowledge apart from maybe morning warm-up.
Yeah, and you wonder whether that will play into the hands of somebody like Enea Bastianini, of course. We raced here twice last year. There's a lot of information on that GP21, and Pekka Bagnaia, as you mentioned, here last November, just 6 months ago, was operating on a completely different level. Pol Espargaro, then, it is the man who needed a bit of a confidence boost. It'll be nice to see his name back in P1 at the top of the timesheets at the end of that very, very wet FP2 session.